Hey there, Star Wars Legion folks. Welcome back to another Lazy Legion Sunday. That's right, on the holiday. Missed it this weekend due to the holiday activities, but hey, we are here. So for Father's Day, I got my Wookiees, finally. It's what you see over here. I'm still working on finishing them up, but I finally have my Wookiees in hand, so it's time to get the skirmish list together that I've been working on. Very excited about getting this on the table the first time, so I wanted to run through my list, the lovely ladies, and the hairy beasts. A huge shout out to our channel members for supporting what we do here. If you want to get involved with the channel and the Dice Commando community, please consider joining as a channel member. Remember, these videos are only possible with your support. You can show that support with a like, a subscribe, and by leaving us a comment and sharing your feedback. Community first, and go Commando. Hey there, Star Wars Legion folks. Thanks so much for tuning in. Yes, we're one day late. Like I said, it's a holiday weekend. For those of you in the U.S., happy Independence Day. For those of you everywhere else, happy Monday. But thanks for tuning in to go through this list with me. Like I said, I got my Wookiees a couple weeks ago. I've been working on getting them painted up, and cannot wait to get this list on the table. Very excited about it. And Brenton, we're going to make it happen. I know it's 2 weeks in a row where we've kind of failed to launch, but it's only a skirmish game, right? We can get that done in a 6-pack, so perfect. All right, so kind of the concept of this list is the lovely ladies, right? Both of them have Nimble, right? Which means that when they spend a dodge, they can get a dodge. And then, of course, with Jen, we put Vigilance on her, and then she can kind of go infinite dodges. And then I've got a little trick to get the dodge when you need it. I mean, not I. There's a little trick to get the dodge when you need it in the form of prepared supplies with Sabine, right? So go ahead and look at Jen. So she has that quick think. So that's basically the first thing she does. She gives herself an aim and a dodge, and then she can carry that single dodge the whole game, right? Because I have her equipped with Vigilance. Go look at that, baby. So choose one friendly trooper unit at range 1 to 2, or 2 friendly cores. Don't care about that. Each chosen unit does not remove 1 dodge, right? Most of the time, we're either going to be doing it, most of the time she's probably doing it to herself, or a number of times if she's close enough to Sabine that she'll absolutely let Sabine keep it. But Sabine's got ways to make dodges too. Now, I do have the A180 Jin's pistol. That's the free upgrade. Likely we drop her, because she can infiltrate, so likely we drop her with her pistol, right? The idea is not necessarily to do the Tonfa thing. It doesn't suck. But this one's got Pierce, so that's pretty good, right? 2 reds and a white with Pierce. That's probably translating into 2 hits, probably, right, with Pierce, which is pretty good. All right, moving into Sabine. Sabine's freaking fantastic, right? That 3-speed gunslinger. She surges to everything you want. She's got freaking gunslinger, which means she can shoot twice at 2 different targets as long as they're range 1 to 2. That is the one bummer, but then you have Pierce, right? So she's basically landing 2 kills or 2 hits, I should say, every time she attacks. And then we have her, she has Nimble as well, of course, and we have Up Close and Personal, the brand new upgrade. After you perform a range attack at 1 to 2, gain a dodge, right? So if she can get the shot off, when she gets the shots off, she produces 2 dodge tokens, which then she keeps, right? So that's pretty hot. And then kind of, so obviously you want her to go early and knock some guys down and get her dodges so she can live. Also have then prepared supplies, right? So that's the trick. It basically lets her have it kind of on board if for some reason she doesn't activate early or whatever it may be. You guys get it. And then I do have her equipped with the Darksaber. So the reason I have that, sure, you want her to be shooting and stuff, but, in skirmish, like, things are close. A lot of people are running Maul or something. A lot of people are running Maul, right? Something like that. And, like, you want the ability to engage. We also do have the Wookiees later on that can engage. But that's a really nice trick there with prepared supplies, Up Close and Personal, and then the Darksaber. Okay, going into the troopers, we just have 2 bare naked trooper units, right? That's 80 points to fulfill our 2 core slot. I don't know that there's a ton to say on that one. I mean, they have to fill the slot. They're just going to go basically hide in gray dodges and try to hold down positions, right? All right, moving into the Wookiee Warriors, we're going with the cheaper unit. We're going with the melee Wookiees, right? The fight you in the face Wookiees with charge. They have duelist. I've got Battle Shield on them. The Battle Shield Wookiee is a really sweet unit. It also kind of lets you kind of tank up as you get there, and then you can kind of charge in and do what you need to do. I like this guy, right? The defensive, offensive, and you don't need to spend, right? There's a lot of the flippy cards. You have to spend, a thing to get it. In this case, you don't. You can just flip it on your activation, which is pretty cool, right? So you can kind of ping, 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 right? I love it. These guys have tenacity on them. No duh there, right? I to be fair, I do wish we could have tenacity on probably the other guys, or the other ladies, I should say. But you only have so much space. So the Wookiees, I really prefer these Wookiees versus the shooty Wookiees, right? Because they don't have charge, and charge is really strong, right? And I mean, the 3 points cheaper, not we care about that, but charge is really strong. So really like those guys. Right, and then rounding out the list, because they have to go with, they don't have to, but like they seem pretty good with Jyn and holding down objectives and stuff. We've got the Pathfinders. Pathfinders are pretty good, right? They're soft, but they also aren't because of the danger sense thing, right? So they're fun. And I'll be honest, they're one of the best units I've painted. That I like the paint job on them, so I want to get them on the table. Like I said, they belong with Jyn. So let's get her done, right? And then they've got the A300, which remember this one's now free. And most of the time I'm going to have them in that red configuration, right? Throwing the red dice, which is pretty strong. And you just wish they rolled a little better dice, but then it wouldn't work with danger sense and all that, right? So fair enough there. And then yes, I do have POW on them. Biston for 8 points Biston's pretty good. No secret there. But it's 8 points in a 500 point skirmish list. So I had room for POW. We put POW on. It gives you extra dice. It gives you the range 1 to 4, so you can maybe use them early while you get in a position. But these guys have infiltrate 2. Infiltrate as well, not infiltrate 2, right? I don't know what that would mean, but infiltrate as well. So very, very, very awesome stuff. So the command cards are actually pretty straightforward because we have one commander and one operative, and I don't really know of anything, right? And that's where, if you guys have any other ideas of something else that would work better, but I don't really know of anything that would work better, right? Nothing actually speaks to me for that. So we went with the cards on all of them. Explosions is pretty hot. Not pretty hot. Explosions is really hot. It gives you the ability to. Now it does take you an action to do it, but that's okay. We have Rebellious. Rebellious, this card is phenomenal, right? Jyn gains charge once per round when an enemy 1/2 and in line of sight activates. Before it performs its rally step, Jyn can gain a suppression token, which she doesn't hate to have because of her danger sense, to perform an attacking insight unit or a freeze. So you can either run away or just charge him and smash him in the face because she gains charge, right? Or she could just shoot him. It's pretty. This is a really good card, right? The only real drawback is that it's just her, but it's a really, really good card. Trust goes both ways. Jyn, so this is Jyn and a trooper. Most of the time you're probably doing this to Sabine. I guess you could be your Wookiees if you wanted them to charge in early. While Jyn issues an order to another friendly trooper, that unit gains teamwork. Jyn Urso, right? So that means they do the token thing, right? Okay. Symbol of Rebellion. When Sabine activates, she recovers. Nice. You can get rid of some of those hits she's taken, or so not hits. You can get rid of some of the suppression she's taken if she has it. Now she gets to do the graffiti thing, right? And remember the graffiti thing basically lets it helps your buddies, right? As long as they're near it. Okay. We have complete the mission. Jyn gains low profile, so she gains another or can improve her cover by 1, which, kind of her thing with suppression is that works, right? When a friendly trooper unit's issued an order, it can gain suppression. Fair enough. And when a friendly trooper unit with face-up order during its activation cannot become panicked or suppressed. Also pretty useful for making people live. But you gotta start counting where you're at. You gotta start counting where you're at to make sure that the next round doesn't hit you in the face. Sometimes, especially remember in Skirmish, you do not end up playing all your cards. So this is a really good one to sit on. Then we have Legacy of Mandalore, Sabine and 2 troopers. She can inspire 1 when she issues an order that she either gains an aim or a dodge. Okay, as long as you're assigning it to the right people. And then objectives is, it's Skirmish. So no options there. But yeah, I don't know. I think this list is going to be really good. I think the key here is to be careful because for those of us who've played Jyn, that if you stick her out too far, right? We've done it with Maul, Infiltrate. Anybody who's played with Infiltrate knows it can be a risk. but she can sit and tank, right? So the key there is the Pathfinders. Pathfinders you basically deploy on whatever you need to hold. Jin you can move a little more to threaten, but like you don't want them to, like I think the thing you're supposed to think of is like, oh, I'll just put Jin and then she'll go lock somebody down, which you can do. But I think you want to just get her in pistol range and then try and like kind of stall until Sabine can get in and just start pew-pewing. So that's the plan. And then I have the Wookiees for cleanup. Once remember, they don't get infiltrated or anything like that. But once they can get across the battlefield, get somebody locked down, they can charge right in and just start whacking and hopefully maybe hold down that Vader or that Maul or whatever it may be. So anyway, that's the list, folks. I'd love to hear your feedback, what you think about it. Like I said, really excited to get this on the table. Brenton, let's make it happen. And so thanks guys for joining. Love to hear your feedback. And if nothing else, go Commando. Thank you.